and welcome back to more Let's Play Starcraft. In the previous episode, I did a little Zerg history thing, and in the episodes before that, we did Terran Episode 1, which was the first few levels involving the human race of the Starcraft universe. In this episode, we're going to start the Zerg Episode 2, which, as you can see, I've already done the first level because, as it turns out, I played through the level, and what happened was, I was recording, I had been recording a different game. I think it was the Five Nights in Anime, and it was full screened, so I had my recorder, automatically convert it to two times of a smaller file, so it shrunk it times 2, and I forgot to switch that setting, so when I went to a very much smaller window for this, it screwed everything up. Anyway, Among the Ruins, first level. Zerg Campaign Overmind. The swarms have crushed the meager human resistance and laid waste to 9 of the 13 Terran worlds. Shortly after the fall of the Terran capital world of Tarsonis, the main Protoss fleet abandoned the Terran sector. Now, efforts continue on Tarsonis to weed out the remaining Protoss forces. Pretty sure, the image here kinda, disappeared.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright.
Birthrights!
Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the swarm.
Hello.
You have been created to serve me.
I'll shush.
Behold that I shall set you amongst the greatest of my Cerebrists, that you might benefit from their wisdom and experience. Yet your purpose is unique. While they carry forth my will to the innumerable broods, you have but one charge entrusted to your care. For I have found a creature that may yet become the greatest of my agents. Even now, it resides within a protective chrysalis, awaiting its rebirth into the swarm. You must watch over the chrysalis and ensure that no harm comes to the creature within it. Go now, and keep safe my prize.
I can do that. That sounds easy. All we have to do is create a spawning pool, create a hydralisk den, and protect the chrysalis. What could possibly go wrong?
The hatchery is the heart of any Zerg colony. It spontaneously generates larvae, which in turn are used to spawn your various warriors and minions. Now, create a drone and start gathering resources.
Okay, so to explain how this kind of works, we have a hatchery right here. Hatcheries give off larvae, and larvae is how you form your different groups. So, at the moment we can only do drones and overlords, Overlords act as the supply depots of the Terran race. This will act like your command center, where you can select larvae. Like I said, larvae is how you spawn any of your Zergling forces. You can do drones, the Zerglings are over here, overlords, hydralisks, any of the monsters that you're going to make are going to come from these larvae. Now, in order to get any buildings and such, you're going to have to select these and select drones.
Spawn more overlords.
And I can do that, actually. I'm only going to select one, get an overlord going. And once we have this drone here, you can just select him to go start gathering him.
Provide control for your minions. As your forces grow in number, you must hatch more overlords to control them. You have enough minerals. Select a larva and mutate it into an overlord.
Done and done.
And to create new warrior strains, you must generate the various hive structures. The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Yet be careful. Never use your last drone to make a building. Now, order your drone to become a spawning pool.
I will indeed do
Notice
that.
that structures can only implant themselves upon the creep.
Yeah, in order to build any kind of
You can
Zerg
make
building,
creep colonies
it's going to be on
extend the
here.
creep, but only a hatchery can be built upon open ground.
See, you wouldn't be able to take these buildings and build them on normal ground. Only, like you said, a hatchery can be placed on normal ground because that's how you start a new base. We have things called creep colonies, and basically, this little purplish thing is creep. And if you place another one of these, which of course you spawn from the drones, you'd make a drone, tell it to go right here, and form a new creep colony, and then more of the creep will start spreading, and you'll be able to extend where your forces go. Now, creep is useful in several different manners. First of all, your forces are quicker on creep, if I believe correctly. Some forces are slightly slower on normal land. That might actually be a thing they added in Starcraft 2. I could be wrong, though. Because, I don't know. That look any slower? That certainly doesn't look any faster or slower, so... I don't know.
Greetings.
Next,
I am Zard.
we need to
I
get
too
an
am a
extractor going.
servant of the Overmind. I have located a small band of Terrans who could threaten the Chrysalis and the Hive Cluster. You must not allow them to leave here alive.
I hear you loud and clear, Zaz. So we're gonna have to go take down that base eventually. But now is not that time. Right now, we build more drones, really. That's about it. That's mutating. Good, good. You go harvest from that. You go harvest from that. That'll start getting us some Vespene gas. Basically, tractors work exactly how a refinery would work in the Terran section.
Spawn more overlords.
I can do this. There. Oh yeah, there's the Chrysalis, by the way. That's what we're supposed to be protecting. Okay, you get to that. In fact, actually, turn into a Hydralisk den. Because we need one of those. I'll put you right here. We'll grab all of you, throw you over there out of the way so I don't have to see your ugly faces. Believe it or not, I actually love the Zerg. I enjoy their fighting style, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like swarming enemies. I prefer them in Starcraft 2. A lot of my Starcraft experience actually comes from the second game, which is actually why I want to play a version of Starcraft 1 called Mass Recall, which was basically Starcraft 1 remade using Starcraft 2. And that might be a Let's Play I do eventually, but today is not that day. For we are currently playing the very original game. And that's just how it shall stay. For now. Let's see here. So from that, we should probably spawn some Hydralisks. Hydralisks are another attacking unit. Basically what they can do, they can attack ground units as well as attack airbound units, which we will need, because I'm pretty sure they have some flying units up here. We're going to want to get a force of those going, though. Let's see. We should probably need to get a drone. Another drone built. And I can get an evolutionary chamber. Now, the evolutionary chamber basically gives upgrades, which, as you can see, if you make a Hydralisk den, if you click on it, you'll be able to find upgrades for Hydralisks alone. An evolutionary chamber is going to give you overall upgrades for all of the Zerg units. So if you were looking to upgrade everyone's attack speed or attack or their armor, it acts like the engineering bay, where it upgrades the armor, weapons, etc. of all units in your army. But if you're looking for individual specialized ones, then you click on the base where they came from. That's how it works with the Zerg. I'm going to go ahead and learn that real quick. We can learn faster Zergling movements. And first of all, let's go ahead and get Carapace. Now, I'm probably going to spend the next little bit of time upgrading, so unless something happens or, I say something interesting, I'll probably just skip some of that out. Because all I'm going to spend is time either A, defending like that, or where... Oh, they're there. Because other than just defending like I am right now, I'm just going to be upgrading units, building up a tiny little army, etc. Since this is the first level, it's kind of like a tutorial, so there's not going to be a lot that's going on, because it's supposed to be easy.
Evolution complete.
So for the most part, all it is, oh, you needed to know how to do this? Cool. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to do. If anything of importance pops up, I'll let you guys know. This is the burrow ability. As the Zerg, basically what they can do is, once you've learned that, they can actually burrow underground, and it doesn't even have to be on creep. They can burrow under the ground on regular, normal ground, and this becomes useful as long as there's no detectors around. If you're fighting a unit with detection, then the detectors will sense burrowed Zerglings and such, and they will murder all of your defenseless, basically, Zerg swarm at that point. But for the most part, burrowing is actually very tactically useful. Like, you can just have a bunch of Zerg just burrowed underground here. Unsuspecting Terran can walk along it, and all of a sudden all of them pop out. And it can actually really help catching them by surprise like that. Here's just a little showcase of how burrowing works. See, they're underground. Then they can unburrow. But, see, it doesn't even have to be on creep. Alright, that's learning the last of its evolutions. I think it's probably a good time to strike. So, we're gonna save. And let's get a move on. What do we have up here? They're all following? Good. Okay. Alright, we have some Terran. Fight the Terran, fight the Terran, fight the Terran. Oh, I should... I don't know. That is one thing that I have to say I like about Starcraft 2. May have said it already in the Terran campaign, or during it. It's been a while since I've actually played, so I don't remember. But, one thing I have to say is, like, at least for StarCraft 2, you can select more than just, like, what is it, 14, 16 units that you can select in the original StarCraft. It's just, it's a lot more convenient in that sense, because you can select more units and control more of them. Whereas with this one, you gotta be kind of like clicking around at all times in order to be doing anything vital importance. But yeah, I did actually just finish up with the Part of the Swarm, Part of the Swarm expansion for Starcraft 2. To be completely honest, I've kind of avoided it, even though the Zerg is my favorite race out of all of them. I don't know, I've always just enjoyed playing it more. I don't really have a lot of StarCraft 1 experience. Like, I've ran through part of the campaign. I ran through the Zerg campaign, I can tell you that much. But, like, some of the campaign, I've not done. Like, I don't know if I got all the way through Brood War. I'm wanting to say I probably didn't, to be completely honest. I'm not even sure if I completely finished the Protoss chapter from the first game. So that kind of points out that much, but I do rather enjoy it. And I did like StarCraft 2, the Heart of the Swarm. I felt like it was a little short, to be honest, but then again, I guess it's an expansion. So you can't expect it to be very, very long. Got everything? No? What are we missing? Oh, there's people over here. But yeah, legitimately, like, yesterday is when I finished the Heart of the Swarm. So, I was currently in the mood for StarCraft, which is kind of why I'm playing through this now. While I'm still in the mood to play it. Congratulations, you are victorious. Of course I am. But, yeah, the first couple levels here are gonna all be just like tutorial kind of stuff, etc., etc. I'll show the majority of what's important. If I'm just gonna be building a base, it's gonna follow the same kind of mechanics of previous videos, where while I'm building the base, I'm just gonna edit that out because it's the same stuff every single time. If anything important happens, then I will show that. But other than that, for the most part, you're only gonna see when I'm actually progressing through the level, like attacking bases, etc. But other than that, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode, where we're going to take on the second level of the lovely StarCraft Chapter 2, Overmind. So, see you all then.